Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. It is Thursday, July 13th. This is a regular school board meeting of Independent School District 832, the Mahtomedi School District. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of attendance, please.
Done.
Approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion? By Director Doman.
Second.
Seconded by Director Regan. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And superintendent report. Oh, I skipped right over that. Thank you. Do I have a motion for the approval of the consent agenda? Moved by Director Doman.
Second.
Seconded by Director Peterson. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Now, superintendent report.
Okay, have it up here on the screen. Do I have a, are you just gonna do it for me? Okay, thank you. So if you don't mind going to the next one. I have a few slides about what's been going on around the district. In particular, we have a number of programs going on when school is out of session. There are still programs both through targeted services and also through community ed. I'll also show you some of the things that are happening in terms of our facilities and grounds that are around the district, that projects that you know are happening, but we have a few pictures there, and then a little bit of back to school information. So the text, I see that we have a lot of text here, but I'll just summarize it for you. Every summer, we do run some summer school programming, both credit recovery at the high school and at the middle school and elementary. We have summer school for reading and math, and we've gotten that started this week. And we have about 4 weeks. And at the middle school, we have 35 students and about 180 students at the elementary. So we have quite a few students who are taking advantage of some summer help. And just keeping you up to date on our letters implementation. We are still working through this program. Remember, we started at the at Wildwood Elementary, and we have plans for OH to do a similar plan in terms of the intensity of all of the professional learning that will go on next year for the OH staff. It's similar to what we did with Wildwood this past year, really mapping out using all of their professional development time to go through that letters training. So Wildwood then is making plans for the implementation, and we also have added some coaching, some literacy coaching for them to help with that implementation this coming year. So around the district, we also, in addition to the students who are receiving assistance in reading and math, we also have summer MAC every year, and that's in full swing, and that was right after school was out. Today, I saw the community ed bus pull up, and a lot of our adults getting on to go on a field trip. So we have a little picture of one of the field trips. I don't know if that's today's field trip, but for sure I saw them taking off today on one. We also had some of our students from the cooking club continue to get together this summer and go on field trips, and they went to Cup and Bone and a couple other places this summer. You know that we are working on our roofs right now, and so you see those projects happening throughout the district. Hopefully you've noticed on the DEC, we're changing as we replace the trim. We are making it a little more Zephyr-esque with replacing the maroon with blue. So we do have roofing projects going on all throughout the district. We've also added a number of additional security cameras, 16 of them exterior cameras throughout the district, and also doing some of that siding replacement. So a lot of that is from the hailstorm and the hail damage that we had. And we're because of the weather, we've been able to move forward a little faster than expected as well. You remember that we're replacing the turf, and so that work is underway, and that should be finished in the next couple of weeks. And we also have a new scoreboard, and I'm sorry, I did not know about the stadium shed construction, but I see we have that listed there as well. So that that's all on pace and some of it ahead of schedule. Just some back to school information. We have the open house details right there on the right to just give you some of those dates as a reminder. And you can see also some of the, annual dates that we have, like when students will get their elementary classroom assignments and such. The one thing, just as a reminder, with the handbook verification, we went a couple of years ago, maybe it's just last year, but I think it was a couple of years ago, we went to the online verification of that handbook. So when you log in now into parent view or student view, you will get something indicating that you should accept the terms or look at the handbook. So that is now in there automatically as you go through. And that's something that's a little different and people might be surprised. So that's the only reason I highlight that. And so with that, you can look at those dates at another time, but they're all listed there. That's my update. That's what's been happening.
Okay, thank you, Superintendent Jeffrin. Next, discussion information items. We just have the board member calendar. I just want to point out, we mentioned last time, August 7th is the MSBA summer seminar. If you've not told Leslie that you want to go, you need to let her know. And we will, I want to highlight, we will be having our study session retreat on August 10th. We were not able to find a date that worked for all 6 people. That date still doesn't work for all 6, but it's going to remain. So, any other thing to point out? Okay. Oh, yes. Dr. Payne.
The AMSD meeting on Friday, August 4th. The agenda is not out yet, but I believe that's going to turn into a workshop session. And we're going to be looking at some things related to the next legislative session. So I know some board members have expressed an interest in the legislative work, and so it would be a really good session to attend. I believe KnowledgeWorks will be coming in and helping us with some policy pieces and will be helping lead that session.
Is that offered virtually or just in person?
The workshop format, I believe, is going to be hybrid. I have a meeting Monday with KnowledgeWorks to figure that out. But we will have people, so it'll be a better experience if you can be there in person, obviously. But I assume it'll be hybrid. I'm not sure how that's going to work with the workshop sessions, because we're going to do multiple workshops to multiple stakeholder groups. And so, yeah.
Next action items. Approval of donations and grants totaling for June $13,346.13. Can I get a motion? Moved by Director Doman,
Second.
seconded by Director Donna. Discussion. All donations and grants are greatly appreciated. The use of these funds will be to further the mission of the school district, and they are used towards the wishes of the donor. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And now, final reading of policies.
So for these policies, these 3 policies, this is the 3rd time you've seen them. And again, these 3 were ones that we just have on our standard cycle. The policy committee reviewed them and then they've been here for 3 readings. And so at this point, I would just recommend that you approve them.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Director Regan. Seconded by Director Peterson. Any discussion? I think as Barb said, we've had these before us 3 times and there have been no questions in the meantime. So I think we can move to a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, approval of policy 516.5, overdose medication.
This one you can approve with 1 reading if you so choose, and that's why I'm recommending it. It is written solely based on statute. So this is one that the policy committee did review prior, back in, what was in May. So back in May, we reviewed it, but we knew that there were still some legislative changes that may occur. So we recommended holding off on it. And so it's back now, and it is an MSBA model policy. It can be voted on in one, because it can be voted on one meeting if you'd like. If you want to continue and hold off, that's okay. It does go, the law itself does go into effect July 1, and we are in compliance with the law. We do have the medication at every site, and we have people trained at every site. And so we are in compliance with this policy as it is because it is law. And so I'm recommending approval, but if you would like more time, that's okay too. This will be okay.
Questions, thoughts?
And I'll just, for those who are maybe out there watching, it's based on a new state law, Minnesota Statute 120A224, requiring a school district to maintain a supply of opioid antagonists and that each school site must have 2 doses available on site.
By Director Payne. Seconded by Director Regan. Any discussion? Director Donna.
Was there any type of discussion at the policy committee related to this policy?
Is there training required for how to use it?
So, yes, so there is training. However, I'm also, I have, the understanding I have, not having been trained, is that it is not complicated. And you really can, it's not like an EpiPen where you could, if somebody isn't having a reaction, you could do some harm. As I understand it, this, you can do no harm with this.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion on the table and seconded. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And finally, approval of middle school cafeteria equipment remodel.
So this, I have more detail if you need it, but our middle school, this is to update some of the equipment in our middle school cafeteria. We did go out for bid for this, and we received bids on June 21st. And it's to replace outdated cafeteria equipment, excuse me. And to provide for more efficient serving lines, and it will be completed during winter break this school year. The Food Services Fund will provide the funding for the project. So we are asking you to approve this bid, the low bidder, which was Horizon for $166,995. And I do have more detail if you're interested in all that's going to happen.
Questions? Okay. Can I get a motion? Moved by Director Peterson,
Second.
by Director Dillman. Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Okay. School Board Committee reports. We'll start with AMSD. Director Payne.
So AMSD met on May 26th, at NDE legislative update. With Renee's director of teaching. Jen was able to attend with us. It's very nice to get her introduced to that group and have. AMSD also approved their budget for next year. There will be no change to the budget. That there might be in future years as being set by the executive. And the next meeting is our fourth, which we'll talk about.
Thank you. Maeve. Director. Okay. MSBA legislative updates. I don't have anything new since the session ended. Northeast Metro 916 Board. Director Payne.
And we work with the Center for Intensive Education Preparation, which represents all superintendents for the 916 districts in this program that will license special ed teachers, moving special ed teachers from the broad special ed license to more specialized special ed licenses. And it will be an alternative prep provider, so you won't have to go to a higher education institution to receive that. Teachers in our district will be eligible to be part of that, which is really great, but they're in the process of having that approved. So we talked about that, and actually 916 has submitted that to Pellsby now, so that is well underway. We talked a lot about recruitment and retention, and approved budgets.
The reason for that, because they're having a hard time finding more specialists, or they need people who are more specialized?
The way special ed licensure works, originally when the laws were written, they moved a number of years ago, and I forget the years, I'm looking at Barbara, she might know. They moved from only categorical licenses to a broad ABS, academic behavior specialist license. And within 5 years, everyone was supposed to go back and get that specialized license. But then there were issues with that, so that got rescinded. And so a lot of people see around ABS licenses, prep as an option. We have a lot of people in 916 and in the member districts who have ABS licenses who would like to have that specialized license, and you really need that for those level 4 classrooms that 916 is running. And so because of that, and because it was hard financially for teachers to go back and time structure wise for teachers to go back to get those specialized licenses, is the reason this program was started. It will reduce costs for teachers who will want to do this. So it is not an initial license, it is only endorsement. So initial license will still need to be done through other providers. They're not going for initial license approval at this time.
The answer is yes to both of your questions. We need more teachers who are licensed that have that specialized license, and there are. I remember it was yes to both questions,
Okay.
but we do need more. We do need more teachers who have that specialized, especially for our 916 programs. because
Great.
They're all 7.
I'm glad they're making a way. Okay, I think with that, we are ready to move to closed session. Pursuant to Minnesota Statute 13D.03, discussion of labor negotiation strategies, we will go into closed session. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
By Director Donna, seconded by Director Doman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay.